always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving.
Our lesson for today is about properties of operations. We have closure property. We have closure property of addition. The sum of two integers is also an integer. If we add 3 plus 4, the sum is 7, and 7 is an integer. Closure of multiplication. The product of two integers is also an integer. If we multiply 3 and 4, the product is 12. 12 is an integer. Commutative property. Commutative property states that changing the order of the addends does not alter the result. So if we add 3 plus 4, the answer is 7. And if we also add 4 plus 3, the answer is also 7. Commutative property of multiplication. Changing the order of the factors does not change the result. It means that if we interchange the factors 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, the result will still be the same. 12 equals 12. We have associative property. So in associative property, we have two. Associative property of addition and associative property of multiplication. Associative property of addition means changing the order of the groupings of the addends does not change the result. Sa una, ang pinagrupo natin ay 4 at 5. Sa pangalawa, ang pinagroup natin ay 3 at 4. Kahit napalitan natin ang grupo ay hindi pa rin nagbabago ang sagot. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 3 plus 9 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 equals 12. We have associative property of multiplication. Changing the order of the grouping of the factors does not change the result. So in the first grouping, we group 4 and 5. 4 times 5 is 20, and 3 times 20 is 60. In the second grouping, we group 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. 60 equals 60. We have identity property. What is the identity element of addition? The identity element for addition is 0. What is the identity element in multiplication? The identity element in multiplication is 1. So what is identity property of addition? A number plus 0 is the number itself. 3 plus 0 equals 3. What is identity property of multiplication? 1 times a number equals the number itself. 1 times 20 equals 20. We have inverse property. Inverse property is divided into two. Additive inverse property and multiplicative inverse property. So if we add a number by its opposite, what is opposite? If we have 3, the opposite of 3 is negative 3. If we have 7, the opposite of 7 is negative 7. So if we add a number by its opposite, the result is 0. We have multiplicative inverse property. Multiplying a number by its reciprocal, the result is 1. If we have 3, what is the reciprocal of 3? 1/3. If we multiply 3 by 1/3, the answer is 1. So we have 3 over 2. What is the reciprocal of 3 over 2? The reciprocal of 3 over 2 is 2 over 3. If we multiply 3 over 2 and 2 over 3, the answer is 1. We have zero property. What is zero property? The product of a number and zero is zero. So 10 times 0 is 0, and 28 times 0 equals 0. We have distributive property. Adding pairs before multiplying or distributing the factors to its addend will give the same result. So, if we multiply 2 by the quantity of 4 plus 5, what is the quantity of 4 plus 5? The answer is 9. So, 2 times 9 is 18. Or if we distribute 2 times 4 plus 2 times 5, 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 5 is 10. 8 plus 10 equals 18. And that is distributive property.